He was a real weirdo, but what I say? So there was a guy that lived in a flat that is clearly a bit weird. Now I think all expats are weird, but as in, you know, actually going to be quite interesting. I'm not sure if he's a guy that lives above me or maybe he lives on the top floor. I don't know. But you know, obviously we've seen each other here and we've not really managed, or he's not really managed to like do eye contact with me. So it's this guy here. And then we saw each other in the supermarket and we both just did the like, look away, pretend you don't know him type thing. But yeah, I'm getting pretty close to having a word with a person above me, just being like, you know, can you have some awareness around banging? But anyway, I'm going to show up now and I'm just going to show you this guy. Yeah, not your normal chap, let's just put it that way. You know, massive social recluse. But yeah, I think he'll be a character that you'll find out more about in the coming days and weeks. But I don't think we're going to strike up a friendship. VP Bank, we love VP Bank. All the expats are so grateful for not charging us to get our own money. So this guy is proper spazzing out, man. He's been there about 5 minutes. He keeps, you know, you can see he's got his hand in his air. Oh no, because I did bad camera work, but he keeps putting his hands up in the air, going, oh no! So I don't know what's happening. Like, at what point do you go, do you need some help, mate? Like, oh, here we go. You okay? I don't understand. Oh, there's no money in the machine. Good luck. So yeah, I said, do you need some help? And he was like, yeah. And it was asking him for his passport number. I've never seen that before, so I was like, I don't know, bro, but you know, I'll see if my card works. And then my card didn't ask for a passport, but it just said no currency available. So I have no money. So I guess I'll come back tomorrow, and if not, I'll just have to go to a bank that charges you. Hello, mate. Hey up. Who's this? Who are you? Not interested. I did end up having a chat with the guy that lives at the flat that looks like a character out of Star Wars. For the first time in my life, I wish I'd watched Star Wars so I could say the name. But I know he looks like someone out of Star Wars with a big furry bear thing. I was just so... I didn't even know it at the time, but I came with such a strong soul that was so rebellious to all the bullshit and lies, because I think it had been here many times before. I didn't watch any films as a kid. You know, I haven't seen Bond, I haven't seen Terminator, I haven't seen Star Wars, I haven't seen Star Trek, I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, I haven't seen what's the other one? All of them, just everything that everyone always watches and is just like, oh, this is great. I ain't seen none of them. But he looks like that Star Wars guy that you're all going, oh, he means this one, write it in the comments. So, not that I really give a fuck. Oh man, he's quite cute actually. So, I can just see the like, it's such a typical expat. I mean, you get a total array of expats, like total array. You get the like hedonistic, party animal, haven't done any self-introspection. I mean, you just get it all. But I can really feel like, I can feel we're actually quite similar, but he's just a lot less confident, more retarded than I am. More autistic probably, although I think I'm pretty autistic. Thanks parents for not doing any research at all and letting me get fucking jabbed to death as a child. Unbelievable, isn't it? And then the other big one is breastfeeding. I think the reason I have these bags under my eyes, other than obviously my insane pot addiction, is because I wasn't breastfed for long enough. It's so important. Apparently, if you're breastfed for the first, I forget what it is, but let's say 18 months, you're gonna have an IQ 5 points higher. You know, it makes so much difference. Anyway, I got a good set of cards. You know, my parents are amazing. For retards, for NPCs, my parents are the best NPCs you will ever meet. Anyway, I wanted to tell you about my interaction with the guy. So Right, so as I was driving out, it was like that. Either I look at him in the eyes and we acknowledge each other, or we're never ever going to acknowledge each other the whole time we live here, and it's going to be as awkward as it was in the fucking shop. So I looked him in the eyes, I nodded, and I went, alright, dude. I tried to say dude, but I was a bit nervous too. So it came out as alright, dude, so that was fucking awkward. But he was so nervous that I could have gone, and it wouldn't have made much difference. And he was like, hey, okay. And I just saw, like, so the projection and the judgment I'd made of him was that he was just like really antisocial and really grumpy and would be like, ugh. But no, not at all. It was like I could really feel this like soft, sensitive, gentle soul that just has like been like that with life, you know, like all sensitive, all wise souls that come here, you know, basically end up as some sort of reclusive retard, because we can see all the bullshit and we can see all the lies. Or even if he's not at that stage, you know, I can see that he's very sensitive, you know, he can feel stuff. And most people can't even feel, you know. This NPC thing is really real. Yeah, most people can't even feel. This guy can feel. And because he can feel, he's ended up like that, because it's all too much for him. So yeah, maybe he will become more of a character of the show. I'm living there for another 2 months, so. But I don't know if we're going to end up arguing, because I don't know if he's the guy above me. He's either on the 2nd floor or the 4th floor. But if it's not him, then it's like a 60-year-old white man. I just can't understand how he bangs around so much. Anyway, I'm going to go to the gym for the first time in a week. So yeah, that feels good. It's over. I've done it. Guys, so nearly walked out after half an hour. Not walked out as in like, it's really good, but it's just too difficult for me. Anyway, they're doing the last 2 minutes now and they're practicing headstands. This camera's so weird. Yeah, they're practicing headstands. So there's no point me being part of that. So, I'm gonna get in the sweaty, hot, horrible, stinky little box and sweat it out. These changing rooms are so disgusting, man. It absolutely stinks. Yeah, let's get in here. Hello, can you tell me when my membership finish? I pay for 1 month.
Wait a minute.
No problem.
9 days.
You remember?
Yes.
Wow, so 9 more days. Thank you.
Do new membership?
Maybe, I think.
Okay.
Alright, thank you. Hey. I was still living, very sweaty. Honestly, it amazes me that I used to live just off this road. Like when I drive back into the main city centre, where the first wooden house was, I get shudders. And then when I drive to this gym, I'm just like, oh, it's a bit better, but it's still awful. Like, I'm not happy with where I'm living now. It's not somewhere I would stay long term, but oh my God, it's so much better than this. Like just the feel of it, the air, the hills. This is awful. So if I was still living on this awful road, I would renew for another month, because it's really good for 15 quid. I really like the yoga teacher. The sauna's good, even though it's tiny and stinks. But it's a 15-minute drive, which isn't really a problem, except for out of the last 7 days, today is the first day that it hasn't rained really heavy in the afternoon. So I like to come to the 3 o'clock class, and it's raining at that time, and I don't like driving in the rain. So I'm going to have a look at gyms closer to me. Maybe that'll be tomorrow's video. Oh my God, don't get too excited. And I must say, I am impressed by how I make fucking videos out of nothing. I mean, this morning we had Kabir, like, dying, so that was kind of interesting. But it amazes me, like, I tell myself, like, oh, I can't possibly make a video today, I'm not doing anything, and then, so I don't, usually. But then when something does happen, and I decide, oh, right, today I'm going to record, I actually realise that, like, actually, I'm a pretty funny guy. If I just show a little bit of what I do and just speak, like, I think it's actually good enough. But I don't know, maybe I need to start actually editing these videos properly. That might be the next stage. Yeah, so I think tomorrow I might look at gyms closer to me, and if not, I'll just renew here because it is good. I don't know, I'm gonna go and get some of that beef and carrot stew that I used to have every day when I lived over here. Also, how did she know? Like, presumably, no, because I didn't scan out. I just pressed the button out. How does she remember me? And I mean, I know, like, you know, I'm gonna be one of the hottest guys coming in here, like, facially and dick-wise, not body-wise. And that's not even me saying I'm particularly good-looking, but you know, English genes. So I can kind of understand why she'd remember me, but to know that I have 9 days, I can't get my head around that. If you can, let me know in the comments. Also, Chewbacca. It's Chewbacca, isn't it? Even I know, without watching a Star Wars episode, it suddenly popped into my head halfway through yoga, so I was thinking about how much I wanted to die. Oh, Chewbacca, that's a hairy thing in Star Wars, I think. Is it? Back and coffee. Love it. Love this place. Miss this place. It's great. See if my friend's here. Oh no, it's a woman. Ah, gutted. Oh my god, this is so weird. Like, it just switches on now straight away. I'm like, I haven't told you which way to face. Yeah, so the guy that owns this place with her, he speaks English. And I told him I was going to live here for a year, and he was seeing me every day, and then suddenly I've just disappeared. And then I've come in here a couple of times since I moved, and he's not been here. Not that he gives a fuck, not that he even thinks about it, but in my mind, I want him to know that I didn't suddenly find something that I didn't like, I just moved. It's rush hour, so the roads are carnage, although I'm actually in quite a quiet spot right now. But I thought I'd just film my drive home, or maybe not all of it, but just 10 minutes of Vietnamese roads. I guess I'll put some music to it, but yeah, enjoy. So you see how at the junction it all merges into one. So the big junctions do have traffic lights, as you've just seen, but a lot of the little ones don't, and the roundabouts don't. And yeah, it's everyone has right of way, and it just seems to work. So you see how people just turn right like that, as in like just you know, like I would never turn, sorry I mean left, I would never turn left now without a traffic light in England, right? Obviously if I wanted to turn left through that oncoming traffic, I would stop at a junction, there'd be a red light, and all those cars would stop, I'd wait, and eventually they'd like, here now look, so he's just sneaking out, he's just turning into the oncoming traffic whenever he wants. But it works, it actually works. So what I see is, I see the health and safety obsession in the UK, which is obviously controlling enslavement. You know, they say everything's for your health and safety, but actually what they're doing is they're just taking away more and more freedoms all the time. And roads is obviously a great way to do it. I mean, we're at the point in the UK where there's speed cameras however often. You know, I mean, it's just ridiculous. You know, there's no speed cameras out here. There's no like trying to get you out here. It's like, it's actually the opposite. It's like, how can we keep everyone moving and flowing fastest? And you know, it's like, how do we get the balance between safety and people moving? And I feel like they've, you know, it might be a little bit too much. Right, here's a good one. So they're going to turn right or left or whatever it is at the same time as we're going straight on. It's just mad. Like, it's absolutely mad. But it works. And we both get to go at the same time. Like, and it's good fun. It makes driving a lot more, like, what's this guy doing now? Look, just put it out into the middle of the road. No. And it's on, in that situation, it's on me to deal with it. It's on, oh, here we go, here's a good one, they've just pulled in. Oh, you're going the wrong way. Right, now, that's the one thing that I haven't been able to understand yet. The going the wrong way. Everything else, I understand. It's bonkers to me. And I'm like, right, here's a good junction. You're going to see me do it now. You're going to see me fight through this traffic, just like these guys are doing now. Look at that. Look at that, no traffic lights. It all just happens at once, right? So we've got these people walking out. They've just done the whole hand thing. And now right, so these guys, they don't stop, I stopped. See, they didn't stop, they just went. This guy, he just goes, they just go. and the people dodge around them. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I was saying something, what was I saying up there? Oh yeah, so so everything I've just shown you, that makes total sense to me now, having lived in Vietnam for, well, it'll be 5 months now, over 2 stints. You know, I'm starting to understand how their roads work, and starting to think that it's better than the UK actually. Except for this driving on the wrong side of the road thing. Like, why do they do it? I don't get it at all. It's so dangerous. Right, so I joined the roundabout by not stopping. If I stop, oh, I've stopped, then I'm an Englishman. But yeah, look, you just kind of fight your way through, and now I'm gonna, whoa! Now I'm gonna go up here. It's just mental. I don't think you really got to see that on the camera, but like there was a load of them wanting to go across me, and I wanted to go across them, and I just did it. That guy makes me so sad. Yeah, it's just mental. Anyway, look at this. This is a big roundabout. Again, no traffic lights. Everyone just modging in. Guy walking in the middle of a roundabout. Cyclist. Why not? Fuck it. Let's go. That's how it works. Now we're about to have a whole family walk out into the road. One of them will raise a hand. They're not even bothering raising their hand, they're just going for it. No one gives a fuck. Right, this is what I really like about Lake Tulum, is how everyone exercises here. Like, it's a real jogging spot. We've got a couple of joggers here. But what I also really love about it is people aren't self-conscious that they'll do Tai Chi, and they'll do like little star jumps or press ups or anything like out in public. Like you very rarely see that in England. They just cross my path. You know, people walking like that, for example, like people are too self-conscious to even walk like that in England. So yeah, amazing. This place at night is a real hub of community, exercise, just really good energy. I look there behind me, you'll see the big yellow opera house. That's really cool at night. Obviously at night I'm just mashing in my flat, but there was one night where I'd spent all day in my flat and I couldn't do it anymore. And I went for a walk down there and there were people dancing and all sorts. It was amazing. Again, as an expat, you can't take part in it, you can't get involved in it. You know, it doesn't really mean much to me because it's just not my culture, but you know, I honour it and I respect it, and I see how wonderful it must be to live in a homogenous culture where you're not all divided. And some people think they're cats, some people think they're, you know, women with dicks, some people think that everything is racist. You know, like there's none of that here. It's just like we're Vietnamese and we love it. Really, really nice to see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little drive with Tom. Fuck, I've got myself into something here. He's been so fucking noisy upstairs, it's unreal. Can you hear it? Like little tinkering, just constant knocking. I don't think you'll be able to hear it. I just text Kabir, all okay? Question mark. Need anything? Question mark. Yeah. Hold my hand for balance while I go to the bathroom. So I was thinking earlier, you know, like I'll do anything to help, but I draw the line at any sort of shit or anything like that. And it's just like, I mean, you know, okay, I'm gonna go and do it. I'm not fucking being part of the action on the toilet. But then it's just like, then he's gonna want to hold my hand, obviously, to get back, and it's like, has he got shitty fingers? And it's just like, oh fucking hell. Okay. Oh my god, being human. Oh my god, it's so bad. So grim. Yeah, the guy's in a bad way. Anyway, so I walk in and like, hello, and it doesn't smell good. And you know, obviously he's drugged up, so he's like, hello. So I'm expecting him to be in bed. And I get there and he's on the toilet, the door's open. it's not a nice sight. It's not, it's just not nice for anyone. Like, it's. I don't want to make light of, obviously, a harrowing situation for him, but obviously you can't escape the slightly humorous side of a fat naked man on the toilet. But yeah, it was just a bit too much for me, really. So I was like, "Do you need any help?" And he was asking for me to get him some little spoons off the side, which are obviously for getting the sample from the stool. And so I couldn't find them. And then I was like, I know what, I remember the woman that owns the place saying about getting a sample, so she's going to have the equipment. So I went and got her. And she went straight in there. And I stood outside for a while playing with Dal for quite a while, like 10 minutes. And I just kept hearing like these groans and then the shower. And I was hanging around like to see if he needed help getting back to bed, but it was just too much for me. Like I don't want to do it. I don't want like shitty hands on me and being in the flat like there's a sick man in there shitting like it smells. It's just not. It's too much for me. Like I'll do anything in terms of getting stuff, but I can't do the care work. I can't do it. I just can't. It's just not me. I just can't. It's too much. I could do it for somebody I really love for a period of time, possibly, but I would always opt to pay someone else to do it. And really, honestly, I think that's what he needs to do. Like I came to a conclusion when I was hanging around and being like, oh, I should really stay in case, he falls over or something. But then I was just like, I can't do this. Like, maybe I can do it this one time, but I can't do this consistently. So the guy needs to realize that he needs help. Like, he can't rely on her. He can't rely on me. Not for that level. I mean, this is like proper full-on care. He needs to employ a carer or go to a hospital. And it's kind of like harsh to be kind because I don't want him thinking that I'm there to wipe his arse. There's just no fucking way. Oh, but yeah, really harrowing, man. Really, yeah. This is why I do yoga. This is why I put myself through that fucking hour of hell because I never want to be infirm. I think you can grow old without becoming disabled if you put some work in, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not putting much work in, but if you had a bit of yoga. Fucking hell. Alright. Yeah, I think that's the last time I'll text him. Like, yeah, it's just like that's too much, man. Like you can't like. And I did say, do you need anything? But like, I was thinking of like anything material, like. Oh God! But then when you're in that state, it's fucking horrendous. But I'm sure if he asked her, like, do you know anyone that I can pay to care for me? I'm sure she'd be able to find him someone. Okay, that's it. I'm done.